Hello everyone and welcome to BFB But There Is No Split V3, Part 3, BFB 49 through 64. We have no time to lose, so let's get started right away without even a recap. Even though it says BFB 48 down there, we are starting with the elimination that occurs in BFB 49. I did also mention that a new stage in the game last time would happen, but that isn't gonna happen quite yet. To start off this part, a team will be reduced to 4 members, and that team just so happens to be Team 4. By this point, loser and winner will have made up, so there won't be much point in keeping loser around, even as he has done a lot to make people like him more by now. This leaves winner as the only non-plant on Team 4. I think it has been just long enough for the debuter on Team 3 to prove themselves to the viewers by this point, for me to put that team up for elimination again. There's very little doubt that of the contestants on Team 3, Pillow is the one getting the short end of the stick here. This episode is the last of the current phase, and the last team to lose during this phase will be Team 5. Realistically, anyone on this team except for Donut and Lai could potentially be in danger here for one reason or another. However, I think Barfbag is the one that winds up not making it to the third stage of the game. Here, at the final 24 is where we will see the third phase of the game, which will have 4 teams of 6. A new stage in the game also means a new layout that's even less claustrophobic for this text box. In fact, I doubt most of this space will even go used most of the time. Anyways, the naming schemes of the teams are the same as last time for the sake of simplicity, with Team 1 having Teardrop, Team 2 having Blocky, Team 3 having Leafy, and Team 4 having Ice Cube. Last phase's Team 3 was simply dissolved into the other teams. Now, who is going to lose? I choose Team 2 because they are not only unchanged from the last phase, but have also avoided elimination for the longest compared to the other contestants. There is little doubt in my mind as to how this one would turn out. Eraser was never as popular as his bros. I think it is about time for another rejoin, but with a twist. It will be a double rejoin, so 2 eliminated players will get to rejoin the game. One of them will go to Team 3, and the other will go to Team 4. The 2 characters that rejoin the game are Pencil and Lollipop. Pencil was the first out of the game, so she was bound to rejoin eventually. A lot of people may also think that Lollipop got out too early and want her back. Pencil goes to Team 3 and Lollipop goes to Team 4. Next on the chopping block is Team 1 because they did not get a rejoiner and haven't already lost in this phase. It would be a competitive race to be sure between him and probably Marker, but I think Tree would narrowly get out here. Team 2 will lose next because it still feels too soon for a rejoiner to get up for elimination, and also because debalancing the teams always makes things more interesting. It could realistically be any one of them, but I think Needle is easily the most likely to get out between them all. I can't reasonably delay having one of the rejoiner teams losing any longer, so I will have it be Team 4 because Lollipop is probably less likely to get out than Pencil. With Pencil back in the game, I don't see Ice Cube getting out here. Instead, I would say Bommy gets out. He has been skating by long enough. In the interest of guaranteeing that Pencil gets another episode of development, I will have Team 1 lose this time. It's almost certainly Marker who would get out here, and it probably wouldn't even be close given who he is up against. At long last, it is finally time for Pencil's team, Team 3, to be put up for elimination. After all, they are the last team this phase to not have lost yet. I think Grassy will have reached a point where he is simply unable to compete with the contestants he is up against. It is his time to leave. I will give Teams 1 and 2 a break for a while and instead put Team 4 up for elimination again. Pencil being around might be enough to save Ice Cube once, but I doubt it will be a second time a row. Team 3 will be next up to lose a member after BFB 59. Given that Pencil is actively undergoing development, Flowers has likely wrapped up by this point, and the others are more popular than her, she will not be making it to the end this time. In the name of keeping things unbalanced, I choose Team 1 to lose a member. Fanny has been getting really lucky for a good while now, but considering who her teammates are, I can't see her getting any further than she has. In BFB 61, it's Team 4's turn to lose a member. There really isn't that much for me to say here. There isn't really anything left for Taco to do at this stage of the game, so she gets out here. As we approach the end of Part 3, one more team will be reduced to 3 members. That one will be Team 2 since they have not lost in quite a few episodes. Much like Taco, I feel like by now Blocky is at a point where there isn't really much left to do with him, so he'll just get less focus until he ends up leaving the game. BFB 64 is the final episode that I will cover in this part, and also the last episode of this stage of the game. We will end off with Team 3 losing one last member. I feel that between Pencil's development and Leafy possibly making some huge mistakes in the episode leading up to this point, it's the end of the line for her after her rejoin. That will be it for Part 3. Part 4, which will be the final part, will cover BFB 65 through the finale, BFB 80. Thank you for watching. Part 4 releases next Saturday, so make sure to subscribe with notifications on.